po si Dante Marcoleta, halos 18 taon nang nagsilbi sa House of Representatives at ngayon ay aplikante para sa Senado.
At yun nga po, sabi niyo 18 years at ngayon aplikante kayo sa Senado. Tumakbo na kayo kung noong 2022 pero kayo ay umatras. Bakit this time tumatakbo kayo muli sa pagkasenador?
Noon ay walang ganap na kahandaan. Kumbaga hindi talaga ah, maayos ang pagkakasimula sapagkat maraming factors ang kinonsider. Merong naiwan. Pero ngayon ay nasabi ko nga at sasabihin ko uli, wala nang atrasan ito.
Sir, let me zoom in dun sa some particular points that you have raised. Manila Times reports na yung emphasis po ninyo ay transparency and accountability sa inyong pagtakbo. Of course, among other things. Pero may special emphasis sa transparency. Pero po at the same time, you're also noted for being very vocal in opposing investigation by your colleagues in Congress dun po sa kaso ni VP Sara. How do you reconcile po yung dalawa?
Did I oppose investigation of VP Sara?
If I recall, sir, you were saying na this is the sole prerogative of COA and that Congress should not be encroaching.
Oh, that one because they were concentrating only on one office, which is the Vice President's office. And they were examining confidential funds. I thought that that was not right. Number one, because there are more than 400 offices and agencies of government which are beneficiaries of confidential funds. And like the Office of the Vice President, they were also notified by the Commission on Audit to submit something to probably qualify or even validate the utilization of public funds. So I told them, why are we doing this? Why are we supposed to isolate only one office among the more than 400 offices? People may not like this because it might be perceived as something which is too personal and political. That was the only issue.
I understand, sir. I get what you mean. Pero you were also, I remember also hearing you saying na this is the prerogative of COA and Congress should not be encroaching on it. I was wondering lang kasi, those are two different things. One is whether or not it's legal for Congress to audit or investigate, actually is the better word, the spending versus
I made that clear because I said, the last time I checked, it is only the Commission on Audit which has the mandate and the authority to conduct the examination and audit of public funds. It is never the province of the House of Representatives. Unless and until I said, you are able to tell me some of the legal basis why we are usurping that particular responsibility. And they would not debate with me.
Yes, sir. Understand, sir.
They could not even answer me.
Sir, if I may, sir, just to follow that up, kasi po, isn't it part of the oversight function of Congress to investigate the spending as well of agencies to which it has given money? That's part
very
of the
good.
part first.
You're good when you mentioned oversight. There are two things here. The oversight function of Congress, I believe it's in Section 22, Article 6 of the Philippine Constitution. The inquiry in aid of legislation is on Section 21. We're not supposed to mix up those things. Kung halimbawa, oversight lang ang pinag-uusapan, dapat nag-concentrate muna kami sa Commission on Audit. Why is it that the Commission on Audit did not or was unable to prevent all these things? Because by oversight, sila yung nag-o-audit talaga eh. Hindi yung mag-concentrate ka sa OBP lamang. There are so many others. We're supposed to be called. That's oversight. Pero kung nag-iimbestiga, kunwari, in aid of legislation, and then in the final analysis, there were no pieces of legislation that have been passed. Talagang lilitaw, it's only personal, it's politicking.
Pero sir, in the joint circular issued by DILG, COA, and DBM governing the use of IF and CF, yung confidential intelligence funds, it's also stated there na to strengthen accountabilities, and I'm quoting here, all heads of agencies which released confidential funds shall submit quarterly accomplishment reports on the use of CF every 15 days to the President, the Senate President, and the Speaker. And the agencies shall report the specific detail of the corresponding expenditures by object in the accomplishment report. In other words, sir, it appears from the guidelines na kasama po sa trabaho ng Congress talaga yung pagbubusisi nung paggamit ng CF.
No, hindi ganoon yung lahat naman ng offices, lahat ng agencies kailangan talaga maging subject ng transparency and accountability. The problem is this. Ang head ng agency na gagawa nito is the COA. At dapat malaman natin, in the case of the Office of the Vice President, ang umpisa pa lamang is audit observation memo. Okay? Audit observation memo is only an initial finding. Even if it will transition into what we call notice of disallowance. Even the notice of disallowance is contestable.
Yes, sir.
It's appealable. It's assailable. Meaning to say, wala pang conclusive evidence that the Office of the Vice President has done this or that. They were still in the process of initially verifying all the records and all the papers connected with the utilization of public funds. And then here you are, the House of Representatives through the Committee on Good Government would assert, parang kinuha niya, you cannot usurp that. Yun ang aking sinabi. And the problem is this, when I raised that particular legal issue, I meant to debate with them, all of them. The problem, Ed, wala mang gustong makipag-debate. Guguluhin na lang nila.
That much is clear.
At nakita niyo nang pati kopya nga ginagawa sa akin. Ayun ang ayaw ko naman. Congress is a deliberative body. It's a parliamentary institution. This is where you debate with one another and see which is the brightest idea. Because I think in the process, people will benefit. People will benefit. Eh, wala naman eh. Sasabihin niya sa akin, noted. Eh, Mr. Chair, anong klaseng... I'm raising a constitutional issue. Sasabihin mo sa akin, noted. Tapos 3 doon, guguluhin ako. Ito pa, the worst thing is, ayaw sumagot ng chairman, and then he will let one of them, who is not even a lawyer, na siya damang sasagot sa akin. I said, do not insult me. Do not insult me. Doon kami nagka-problema. I am open for transparency, for accountability. No one is exempted from that. But let's do it the right way.
Okay. One issue out of the way. May isa pa pong controversy na tied with you recently. Yung sinabi niyo pong there's no such thing as a West Philippine Sea. Creation by us.
By us.
By the Philippines, by the
The
Philippines.
problem is that ang dali nila kasing maggawa ng ano eh. We should provide the context because otherwise baka maligaw na naman yung mga tao. The TRICOM called for a meeting, for a hearing. And this time, ang pinatawag niya mga vloggers. Apparently, lahat ng mga members ng Quadcom talagang galit na galit sa mga vloggers. And they said so many things against them. Alam naman natin na yun. Ano? Ngayon, I think, I'm not saying that this is the objective, but sa feeling ko parang they wanted to get even. Kasi nga, medyo masasakit naman talaga. Maski ako tinatamaan din, pero di na lang ako kumikibo. Merong nagsabi, one of the resource persons is the CICC. CICC is Cybercrime Investigation Coordinating Center. Kasi daw, yung mga vloggers, pati yung sigalutan natin sa West Philippine Sea is a subject of blogs and whatever, blogging, if that's the term. And then sabi nung executive director, and I think he was right, he said, Mr. Chair, I think we have to empower our people. There's a great need to educate our people in this part of our world because even yung mga vlogger nako-consume na ano po yung ano natin, sabi niya gano'n. So, kasi they were talking about deepfakes, they were talking about fake news and so on. Sabi niya, if we can educate all our people, kahit na po maglagay sila ng fake news dyan, makikita kagad ng tao. Outrightly, makikita ng tao because they are educated. So di sabi ko, sir, I think I will support you. Totoo naman yan. But, the issues surrounding this troubled sea, baka hindi mo alam kung gaano ka-complicated to. We're not talking of our domestic law only. We're talking about public international law. So you think you can do this without the help of most, if not all, the agencies of government connected with this. I'm with you. For example, sabi ko, there is no such thing as West Philippine Sea because it's only a creation by us. What does that mean? Ed, when I said it's a creation by us, tayo lang nagkakaalam. It all started the Administrative Order number 29. Tapos gumawa tayo ng batas that our exclusive economic zone, yun ang ating West Philippine Sea. There is nothing wrong insofar as we are concerned. Pero makikilala ba yung West Philippine Sea kung tayo-tayo lang? The subject matter is a worldwide dispute. Para natin, sabi ko sa kanila, well, hindi ko na-explain doon kasi nga nag-vlog na, so I'm explaining. Nakapag-explain yata ako ng several. Sabi ko, kung hindi po natin palilista ang West Philippine Sea in the world body, what they call International Hydrographic Organization, ito po yung patalaan ng pandaigdigang mga dagat. Para kakakong gumawa ng isang kalye, sarili mo lang. Ewan, hindi mo man lang kinordinate sa barangay o kaya sa munisipyo. Nung si Ed Lingaw po pumunta sa lugar na yon, nakasakay ng tricycle, wine-waste niya yung ginawa mong kalye, hindi niya makita because ikaw lang ang gumawa.
Wala sa West.
Ito nga po yung ano. And then, bigla na lang nagano yung isang Commodore. It could be a traitor. Can you imagine? O sabi ko,
Commodore J. Tariela.
whatever is his name, sabi niya, he's a traitor. What he did is a disservice to our government. Oh my God. Sabi ko na nga ba, maraming hindi nakakaintindi talaga. So, I use another example. Ma'am, you know the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. You know the Oxford Dictionary. Lalo na si Ed. Magaling sa English to eh. Bubuklatin mo, ma'am. Ma'am, yung letter T. Naglagay ka na. Ikaw na naman naglagay. Nilagay mo Tariela. Tapos sabi, Tariela refers to a person who jumps to conclusion without verifying his facts. Do you think the Merriam-Webster and the Oxford Dictionary will accept it? Ikaw, masaya ka na ginawa mo yan. But I don't think it will be considered. Ito yung sinasabi. Sabi ko, we can defend this. This is EEZ. This is our own. And we can defend this to the last drop of our blood. Pero, we can defend this without even becoming emotional.
O sige po. Kasi naging issue po ngayon yung West Philippine Sea, South China Sea issue dito sa election.
Because it is called South China Sea.
Ano po yung magiging solusyon niya kung sakasakali? Dahil nagkakaproblema nga yung mga fishermen natin, nagkakaproblema tayo ngayon, we're in conflict with China. Ano po, dahil magiging senador kayo, kung maging senador kayo, ano po yung mga pwede niyong i-introduce na posibleng solution to ease the tension?
Yan ang gusto kong tanong.
Kaya nga, yung
Kasi
platform.
ayaw nilang mag-aral kasi eh. Yun ang sinasabing educate. For example, I would like, ano pangalan ng Commodore?
J. Tariela.
No, his name.
J.
Oh,
J.
ay, pasensya ka naman. Why don't he, for example, begin with the UNCLOS? UNCLOS is UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. Iyon ang nakakaalam talaga na atin yung EEZ. Okay? Atin, meron tayong continental shelf, meron tayong territorial sea. Kasi, this is your baseline. 12 nautical miles, that's territorial sea. Yung nakulong doon, that's internal sea. Then another 12 miles from that is your continental shelf. And 200 nautical miles is your EEZ. Ano ba yung sinasabi ng UNCLOS about the South China Sea? So, siguro si Commodore Tariela gusto niyang basahin yung Article 123 of the UNCLOS. It describes the South China Sea as a semi-enclosed sea. What does that mean? If a body of water is a closed or semi-enclosed sea, all the coastal states has the obligation to coordinate in the exploration, exploitation, conservation, research, development, blah, 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 of that part of the globe. Why don't we start there? And China will understand that because it's UNCLOS, because it is a signatory to that document. Number two, ma'am, in the UNCLOS, kung gustong basahin, ay hindi UNCLOS, in the award that we got,
Arbitral ruling.
in the arbitral ruling, sino sa inyong tatlo nakabasa ng arbitral ruling?
Not entirely. Ako.
Ako
portion.
hindi entirely. Pero binasa ko yung ano.
Ma'am Cheryl.
Not part, I mean, just part
Yun
of
na
it.
eh. Kaya dapat lahat tayo should at least mag-invest ng panahon sana. Kahit konting-konti lang. It's a very long award. Under paragraph, I would say 805 to 810, basahin natin yun. Because doon sa bahagi na yun ng arbitral award, nakasulat doon, the Scarborough Shoal is a traditional fishing ground.
Yes, sir.
Oo nga.
What does that mean?
No country has exclusive, yun ang pagkakaintindi ko.
Shared with
Yes,
the-
ma'am.
Shared with all
everyone.
other
Yes, ma'am,
countries.
because traditional fishing ground refers to a traditional fishing
Pero
ground.
hindi din po tayo pwedeng paalisin ng kahit sinong bansa. Yun ang problema ngayon kasi. Pumupunta doon ng China, pinaliguran siya, pinipigilan yung mga fishermen natin na pumasok
Kasi
sa
nga,
show.
hindi yun ang ginawa nating umpisa kasi. Sasabihin natin, umalis ka dyan, sabi ng ganyan. Ito kasi ang dapat nating, kung ito'y traditional fishing right, let's talk about the traditional fishing right. That applies to that region. Dahil sinabi na ng award eh. Traditional fishing ground. Sabi niya, the Vietnamese, the Filipinos, and the Chinese have been traditionally fishing in that area. Kinilala ng arbitral tribunal. Meron bang nag-start sa atin na, ito ang pag-usap. This is easier. Why? It does not concern territory. This is a private right. Pinag-uusapan lang natin dito, boss, is that. Private right. Even if it is a private right, it is a peremptory norm in public international law. Kilala ng China yan. Alam ng China yan. Because China and Vietnam had an agreement between what they can fish and what they cannot in the Gulf of Tonkin in the year 2000. Alam niya. Pero tayo, sino ba nag-aaral? Sino ba hindi. Yung China, kalaban natin, hindi ganun. Alam niyo ba doon sa ating EEZ? In the middle of our EEZ, nandun yung Scarborough Shoal. Who is the one occupying the Scarborough Shoal today? China. Okay. Under public international law, the one occupying the feature is the owner. And because Scarborough Shoal is an island, it is entitled to a 12-mile territorial sea.
Hey, sir, it's a rock.
No, yes, it's a rock, but it's an island.
Well, no, sir.
Hindi
Not
yata
under
alam.
UNCLOS, sir.
Oh, sinabi,
Yes, sir, under UNCLOS. I'm not talking about the arbitral award. UNCLOS requires for an island to be called an island, it has to be able to
May feature
support
siya.
to support habitation independently.
bakit? May nag-try na ba na pumunta doon? Tayo kasi ang nandun eh. Ang nangyari, 2012 yata yun o 2011, bigla tayong umalis kasi nakialam mga Amerika, umalis na kayo dyan. Sinabi na ika ng ganito na pag-alis nyo because the mouth of that particular lagoon,
The lagoon, yeah.
maliit lang. So sabi ng United States, mauna na kayo at susunod ang China. Sana man lang yung ating secretary, yung ating ambassador by that time, pwede bang isulat natin? Pirmahan tayo.
Lagay sa black and white.
Ay nangyari pag-alis niya, hindi na umalis niya. Sabi, ba't kami alis? Ano kami bali? O sila ngayon.
Sir, balik ko lang yung tanong ni Ami kanina. Kasi yun nga, we all agree what the arbitral award says about Scarborough Shoal. It is traditional fishing ground for at least three countries. But at the same time, at this point, we're effectively not allowed to even use that as a traditional fishing ground.
Kasi nga, nagkasakitan ng loob. Wala man lang nagumpisa sana na wag muna nating pag-usapan ng territory. Kasi alam naman natin, you ask the Department of Foreign Affairs, the exclusive economic zone, the continental shelf, these are maritime rights. but they are not part of our territory. Hindi territory yan. So maritime rights lang eh. Dapat sana nakipag-usap. Kasi ang gusto ng China, pwede ba tayong mag-usap? Ang problema, nakikialam ang Amerika. Ayaw naman ng Amerika yon. Sabi nga nung nakausap kong taga-China when we were invited, turo a party list namin ano. Sabi nung chairman ng International Committee, your most distant relative is no better than your closest friend. Sabi niya. He was referring to the United States, our distant
That's also
relative.
true.
And it probably refers to themselves as our closest friend.
Closest friend.
Oh yes, yes sir. Sabi ko, we also subscribe to that saying. But there's another saying that we subscribe to. I don't know if you do. Which is, sabi niya, well, strong fences make good neighbors. Nakita ko kako yung inyong malaking electronic billboard when we passed by the Tiananmen Square. It's a huge electronic billboard flashing several words: hospitality, friendship, amity, cooperation, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Why don't we use them as building materials to make that fence very strong for our two countries to make better friends?
Let's move on to another.
Oo.
Parang
Puntahan
marami
na
tayo.
natin dahil mahaba na yung ating discussion sa ating aplikante. Napakarami nyo pong pwede pang ipaglaban pag kayo nakarating sa Senado, marami kayong pwedeng laruhin. Pero puntahan muna natin, balikan ko yung unang tanong ko. Kasi sabi nyo kanina, wala nang atrasan, Kong, this time. But kung pupuntahan po natin yung mga surveys, at isang mga naging issue to sa SWS survey, ang sabi nyo po ay hindi isinasama ang inyong pangalan at ipapatawag nyo ito sa isang hearing. You're ranked 36 this time. Tingin nyo, kaya pang humabol, kakayanin na umabot yung 36 sa 12?
Kasi hindi ako naniniwala na number 36 ako eh. Kasi when I used that example, it was true. I submitted to the TRICOM an instrument that they used in the third quarter of last year. That was September 2024. There were 40 names.
Survey instrument.
Yes.
40 names. I was not there. Naglagay sila ng 6 na, I would say, relatively unknown candidates. Meron naman ding 6 na sobra-sobrang sikat pero hindi naman nagpahayag ng pagtakbo. Like Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Leni Robredo, Guido Teodoro, blah, blah, blah. But surprisingly, wala naman akong pangalan doon. Ed, bakit nung isubmit nila yung result, I was number 36? How did that happen? How did that happen? So paano ako maniniwala?
So itutuloy nyo,
Pinabayaan ko lang yun.
so itutuloy nyo po yung house inquiry?
Pagka may, sabi ko ipatawag ninyo, kung nandun sila, halimbawa bukas mag-attend ako, I am assuming na pinatawag nila. Kasi ito namang mga kasama ko, alam mo na, kung sino lang gusto nyo patawag, yung kalaban nila, yung maganda para sa kanila, hindi naman nila, tingnan mo na lang, tinanong ko rin, Mama, pasensya ka na. There was a huge rally on January 13. I think you know about that rally. I am part of that rally because I was one of the speakers. I spoke for about 1 hour. January 14 or the next day, it was supposed to be reported by the broadsheets, by Philippine Inquirer. Yung slogan niya. Yung slogan, balanced news, fearless views. What the hell? I was not there. I was not even mentioned. It is as if I did not exist. There were 3 reporters who wrote that report. Andun ang pangalan because I kept that particular publication. With all due respect, ma'am, Philippine Star. What was the slogan? Truth shall prevail. And there were 8 reporters who reported that particular incident. 8. So 8 plus 3, 11 reporters, nobody saw me in the rally. Nobody heard me. Why? It is as if I did not exist. The Senate President who was not there, na nagbigay lang ng konting text message, he earned 8 paragraphs, that report. And several politicians who were there were not invited, but they happened to be there. All their names were mentioned. But the guy who spoke for at least an hour and provided the context of that rally, that was not there. How do you call this? This is the media in this country. I meant it because I said, Mr. Chair, I want you to invite these two broadsheets.
Oh, okay. So you made that motion to invite Star and Inquirer.
It was
to
not a motion.
specifically
I
ask for-
requested. Kasi hindi raw ako pwedeng mag-motion because I am not even a part. Hindi raw ako member. Pati yung tingnan mo, I moved to cite in contempt yung isang vlogger na pinagsabi, nag-vlog siya. Sabi ko, may I ask you, sir, meron kang vlog dito, ikaw pala ay abogado, at sinasabi mo ngayon, you're even teaching in the Ateneo Law School. Ito po yung vlog mo. Huwag kayong maniwala sa pakulo at panlilin lang ni Marcoleta. Will you please tell me, sir, your basis ng aking panlilin lang? He was unable to say any. Ikaw ka ako ang manlilin lang eh. Yung iba kaya hindi ako nagagalit. There are some basis, maring nagkamali siya ng pag-interpret. Pinapatawad ko siya doon. Like yung isa, nakita niya yung billboard namin, dalawa ni Pastor Kibuloy. Napagkamalan niyang akong gumawa, ma'am. Ano sabi niya sa vlog niya? Tingnan mo kanya yung Marcoleta, walang kahihiyan yung tao na yun. Kinahihiya na siya ng lahat ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Gusto na siyang ipatiwalag. Akalain mong gagawa siyang gano'n, isasama niya yung taong yan na ganito't ganyan. Hindi man lang niya na-research it. Hindi man ako gumawa nun eh. Nabigla nga ako eh.
Oh, yan. I-clarify ko lang, we don't willfully censor anyone sa dyaryo namin. Kung nandun siya sa story, pagsasama-samahin yan eh. Yung lahat ng reporter na yun, pagsasama-samahin lahat ng story nila, ng isang editor.
Wala ma'am.
dadaan
January
sa'yo.
14,
Titignan
talagang
ko na lang.
inisa-isa ko lahat, pati pahit. Baka sa advertisement, baka biglang merong RDM man lang.
Baka hindi siya, kasi ang dami-daming in-interview din, bababayan ng gano'n eh, bababayan. Kung ano yung...
Pero sir, if I may, sir,
Oo, ganun talaga
also,
yung ano.
Sir, I understand your concern. Pero sir, also, something about your Zoom processes. Hindi po lahat sa isang rally, hindi lahat ng nagsalita ay ililista.
Isasama
Hindi
sa
namin
storya.
For example, the best example, sir, pag may protesta ang kaliwa, for example, kahit tatlong oras nagsasalita yan,
hindi namin yun mailalabas
hindi
lahat.
binabanggit ng pangalan. It happens, sir. In the end,
It
the
happens a lot, actually.
reporter will decide for
Yung
himself.
rally namin, 4 lang kaming nagsalita. Yung 3, these are members of the hierarchy, na-mention ang pangalan.
So parang sinasabi niyo po na left out kayo.
Ako
Kayo lang
ang
wala.
nagsalita ng pinakamahaba na 1 hour, and I provided the context. Kasi ako lang ang pwedeng magsalita noon, hindi sila. Ako lang. Ma'am, kahit na ba isang sentence lang?
It doesn't necessarily mean that they did not see you or mind you. It's just that perhaps, I can't speak for the reporters because I was not there. But it's also possible that the reporters in the end thought na ito yung kailangan ko ilagay
Oh my
ng
God,
soundbites
yes.
or quotes.
Ang lalaki ng billboard na yan. And this rally reverberated in the entire country because there were 13 other areas. The first is in Luneta. There are other 12 areas in Mindanao. Andun ako lahat. Tapos hindi man lang ako na... Why would you not mention me, madam? Hindi, yun ang inaano ko. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, kasi maganda yung tanong ni Ma'am Cheryl. Hindi ka ba atras? Kasi... So how can you tell this? How do you describe what's happening in this country?
So you don't believe in the survey?
Not anymore.
You think po ay naaapektuhan yung pulso ng masa sa mga lumalabas na survey? Nakakaapekto po yun sa...
Yun ang aking ikinalulungkot at ikinatatakot. It could be a mind-setting strategy. Kasi, pero pag nagano kayo ng online ngayon, tingnan nyo yung mga ng online na bakit ako yung palaging number 1 sa online naman. I'm not saying na totoo rin yung but tingnan naman ninyo, wala ako doon.
Pero pasok kayo sa online.
Pagkatapos sa online, number 1 ako. Ba't naman ganun?
Congressman,
Sir, we understand your concern.
Marcoleta.
Ako lang, I just have to take note of this particular point kasi we cannot just say na palibasa hindi po lumabas yung pangalan niyo doon sa dyaryo. Hindi ibig sabihin po na kayo'y single out.
What does that
Yun.
mean?
Hindi po, that does not mean that you were singled out.
Hindi po kami nagsisingle out
taken
ng kahit
out.
sino.
I think that's also unfair
Yes.
to talk to reporters and editors that way po. I'm sorry, but
And I am talking about 8 reporters. Nag-isa yung isip nila na hindi nila ako nakita. I spoke for at least an hour. Escudero was not there. At nag-send lang siya ng text message.
Reaction
He
niya
earned
yung kay
8 pages of that report. Well, I guess baka siya yung baka...
Hindi po kami nagsisingle. I promise you, hindi
But
nagsisingle out
how
ng Philippine
would you
Star.
describe that?
Kasi kapag ganyan, napakarami pong detalye ang pumapasok sa isang story and we have limited space. Pipiliin po yan. Ang mga reporter, usually kung 8 reporter yan, nagpadala yan ng 8 report on one rally. Apart from the 8 reporters on the rally, meron po kami mga reporter na magre-react sa siguro reaction ng 12 senador. Isang katerbang mga colleagues nyo sa House, magre-react po lahat yan dahil...
Lahat nga sila nabanggit, ma'am. Lahat ng reaction nila nabanggit.
Pero pinapangako ko po sa inyo na hindi kami nag-single out.
Pero Congressman,
How do you characterize what happened to me? That if you do not describe that as singling out, what is that?
Nasa
What is
process
that?
po yun ng editing eh.
ganun din po ba sa television? You're just referring to the 2 broadsheets po?
Nagtanong din ako. Wala nga eh. It's a total blackout.
So sa lahat,
Total
is that what you're
blackout.
saying?
Siguro sa mga broadsheets, hindi ko naman kaya. Pero kasi itong dalawang ito, siyempre sila yung malaki. Ito yung referensya ko.
Hindi, kasi kung yung sinabi po nyo, nasabi na sa ibang report, palagay ko hindi
That
na
is
yung
not even
maulit.
a justification.
No, hindi. Kasi
report ninyo to.
sasabihin namin kung bakit nag-rally eh. Alam naman namin kung para saan yung rally eh. Alam namin na it is supporting the position of President Marcos not to impeach the Vice President. Alam namin yun ang dahilan ng rally.
Yes.
Kung yun po ang sinabi nyo,
And I
hindi na po
provided
yun
the
mauulit.
context why the church took that message. Kasi ako lang ang pwedeng magsabi nun.
Pero kung inulit nyo lang po yun, siguro yung
Hindi
mga
ko
reporter,
inulit, ma'am. I was the one. I
Ano
was
po yung
the only
context na
one
yun?
who provided the context. Kasi ang sinasabi natin, it's a panawagan ng kapayapaan at pagkakaisa. Because yung rule of law hindi nasunod. Ngayon, hindi nila pwedeng i-describe paano hindi nasunod ang rule of law, kung bakit nawalan ng due process. Ako lang ang nagkwento isa-isa kung bakit ang due process ay nasakripisyo at yung rule of law ay halos nawala. Dinescribe ko, ma'am, isa-isa. Isa-isa. And that even did not merit attention to 8 of your reporters and 3 from Inquirer. 11 of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ako,
No, sorry,
I
kung
understand,
I
understand your concern.
Yeah.
Because it is connected to...
Yes, sir.
That's
Ako, I
right.
understand po your concern. However, also my concern is we cannot also at the same time have our sources tell us that I should come out and I should be quoted just like that.
Who would say that I should not come out and I should not?
No, that's what you're implying, that you're being singled out.
hindi, editorial
paano
prerogative
nga
po yun eh.
Ako na lang ang nawala di ba?
I know, sir. But in the end, I mean, our sources can
So
tell us...
kung halimbawa, janitor lang ako nagtitinda doon. I would probably assume that. I was the only one who spoke and provided the context of that rally. Sir, let's not change the narrative.
No, I'm not. I'm not changing the narrative.
Talagang
I'm
ganun na
also,
nangyari.
sir, I'm also talking about how a newsroom works and what our job is versus what your job
That's very
is.
unusual. Let's say I would say very highly unusual
Hindi,
because
pero
sana
ano-
kung isa lang.
Ano pa bang point yung hindi lumabas? Anong point yung hindi lumabas sa rally? Kasi nilabas namin, it's for peace and unity eh.
Yung hindi ako minention, ma'am, it is as if I was never
So
part and
nawala
I
lang
was
yung
not
pangalan
there.
niyo.
Wala.
Pero yung point ng rally nandun. Nandun po yung dahilan ng rally, alam na
The
namin
rally
yun.
is
eh.
about INC because that is the
Yes,
banner,
it's
that's the
INC.
headline.
It's INC and millions showed up.
And so that was deliberate.
No, that
Na
was
wag
the
na akong
story.
isama doon, even if I was the one who
Hindi po
provided
deliberation,
the
ipinapangako ko sa inyo, it's not deliberate.
Ngayon po sa huling tanong namin, bakit kayo nararapat na iboto ng taong bayan, Congressman Marcoleta?
Kasi ako na lang ang nagsasabi na ganito ang dapat nating gawin. For example, bakit po ako ayaw nating gawin yung tama katulad ng sinasabi ng mga batas na ginawa natin? Example number 1, EPIRA. Ito yung Republic Act 9136, Ma'am Cheryl. What is the underlying objective of the law? Yung kauna-unahan, to ensure the delivery of quality, reliable, secure, and affordable rates of electric power. Do we have affordable electric powers today? No, sir. We are the highest in Asia. Meaning to say, after 24 years, because the law was enacted in 2001, we have been continuously violating this law hanggat hindi natin naibababa. Sa businessmen, which is connected also with that, ano yung kasunod na objective? Ensure a transparent and reasonable rates of electricity in a regime of fair and fair competition in full public accountability to achieve greater operational and marketing strategy to hasten the validity and competitiveness of Philippine products in the world market. Kasi kailangan mababa talaga. Do we have reliable? Do we have transparent? Do we have competitive price of electricity? There's not even competition of electricity in this country.
Sir, I don't want to do this, but sir, we have to, kasi we're way past 15 minutes. But
Again.
yeah, very quickly.
What I'm saying is there are so many laws. In agriculture, sabi, meron dapat guaranteed price ng palay. Wala yun. Ang sabi, if we can produce the crop in abundant quantity, let's not import it. Hindi nangyari. Let's manufacture our farm equipment and blah 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 locally. Hindi nangyari. 25% of the total loanable funds of private banks or public banks, pautang mo sa farmer. Check-in mo, Ed. It's not 25%. It's only 4%. And then there is a dedicated area, magtanim tayo, wag sanang gagalawin. Nakalagay sa batas. Conversion dito, reclassification doon. You will probably wake up one morning, baka wala na tayong pagtamnan. Walang nagbabantay. The monitoring, yung oversight na sinasabi mo, Ma'am Cheryl. Magaganda yung batas, parang nagbili tayo ng damit na magaganda. Sasabit mo lang sa cabinet. What is the oversight function of Congress? Isa lamang yun, ma'am. What about corruption in this country? Walang nag-ano. Because, puro na lang namin sinasabi, i-ano natin ang corruption. Pero 30% of public funds now go to corruption. What is our national budget, ma'am? 6.325 trillion today. Remove the 30%, that should have been 4.5 trillion lang. What is our national revenue? Projection nila is 4.8 trillion. Kaya nga meron kang deficit na 1.5 trillion. Pero alisin mo yung 30% sa revenue, that should be 5.5. Meaning to say, baligtarin mo. 5.5 revenue, 4.5 national spending, you have a surplus of 1 trillion, hindi deficit of 1.5 trillion. How much is that? 125 billion pesos per month, 4.2 billion per day, 174 million per hour.
Okay. Sir, I'm afraid we're
Tapos
already
na
out
po
of
kami sa
time.
oras.
Pero sir,
Papasaba ko, I'm an applicant. I have to ask the three of you.
Opo,
We
If
will
I will
get
pass
back
this.
to you after po na may elections. Kung pumasa kayo sa taong bayan.
Akala ko naman,
hindi
akala ko
lamang
naman
po-
kayo ang mag-ano sa
Hindi
akin.
lamang po kaming
so
tatlo sa
naman, hindi kami
panel,
diktador.
pero kami po ay representative
But
ng
you can
taong
help
bayan.
me because you can talk to the people.
Ayan nga po,
And that-
ipipresenta
this is
nga
why
po
we're
yung
doing
mga
this.
side nyo.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Itunuturing ko pa rin na isang aplikante ako. Hindi naman bagong bagay para sa akin. Tinatanggap ko na ito isang legitimate exercise na kailangang malaman nila. Ito bang aplikanteng ito ay karapat-dapat? Siya ba'y nagtataglay ng mga katangian na para siya tanggapin sa posisyon na kanyang inahangad? Sapagkat importante yung posisyon na yun. Kailangan makilatis ka. At tamang-tama yung pamamaraan na ginagawa ng programa.